Good morning and welcome to our daily devotional from Pilgrim Congregational Church. Excuse me, I'm Patrick Horn. Very glad to have you with us on this Wednesday morning, February the 19th, 2025. And this week we are looking back in the book of Genesis at chapter 45 and the story of Joseph and his brothers during the famine in which the brothers have traveled to Egypt to to buy food, and they encounter their brother whom they years earlier had sold into slavery. So it's a very they are Joseph reveals himself in this particular passage. For a few days they did not realize that it was their brother that they were dealing with. So we're going to look at today, though, the way that Joseph characterizes what has happened. There are three times in successive verses in which Joseph says, God sent me, verses 5, 7, and 8. So verses 5 through 8. And now he's talking to his brothers, and now do not be distressed or angry with yourselves because you sold me here, for God sent me before you to preserve life. For the famine has been in the land these 2 years, and there are 5 more years in which there will be neither plowing nor harvest. God sent me before you to preserve you for a remnant on earth and to keep alive for you many survivors. So it was not you who sent me here, but God. He has made me a father to Pharaoh and lord of all his house and ruler over all the land of Egypt. So Joseph is looking back over his life in this story. And it's also important to remember that this is an edited story that is giving an account for us the nature of our relationship to God and how to understand our relationship to God. And in this story, Joseph is looking back on his life and saying, you know, to his brothers, you may have thought that you were the ones in charge by selling me into slavery. You may have thought that you were the ones who were directing things and controlling things, but actually that's not the case. That it is God who controls on this level. Um, Now, what is this level? Well, it's a level that's far beyond human understanding, far beyond our control. And most importantly, I think this is an expression of faith. That is, Joseph is expressing his faith in God, that God is in control, that God is aware of all of the things that are happening, is God's love and direction are in place here to take care of the family, to make sure there's a remnant that will survive. And so this is an expression of Joseph's faith. God sent me. Let's close with this word of prayer from W.E. Orchard. O infinite light of truth, dawn upon our darkened minds, and lead us past all shams and shadows to thyself. Make us discontented with anything less than thee, lest we be found following broken lights, or molding some image of thee from our base desires. In this hour, cleanse us with longing for thee alone. O infinite life of love, the source, the way, the goal of all true life, may we feel the tides of thy being sweeping round our hearts, catch sight of that immortal sea which brought us to this point, and open the floodgates of our lives to the ocean of thy love. Forgive us for our shrinking from the light. Forgive us for all fear of love. Leave us not alone to our darkness and dread. Lift up our hearts and make us strong. Amen. Thank you for joining me this morning from Pilgrim Congregational Church. I'm Patrick Horn, and I hope that you have a very good day. Goodbye.